All right. Hello, all.
Hello, friends.
We're back. We're all back tonight. It's been a bit.
We are all in this together.
We need to do the choreography. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got to get on camera for that. Just to get to put that one out there.
What do you mean? You don't want to just do it by yourself?
No, not particularly.
If it makes you feel any better, I also did the choreography.
I can't say that I know the choreography, but here's the thing. I don't intend to dance on stream without someone paying me, so...
Yeah, that's going to be that's a paid stream. We don't do that for free.
We don't, You know, I'll drop my PayPal in the chat and you can send me shit over. Excellent. So we're back on Great Ace Attorney Chronicles 2 tonight. I just almost called introductions announcements again after doing that last stream. Quick round of introductions. I'm Kels, and you'll see me just being chaotic. I play Dinosuke Naruhodo, and occasionally I play Elmo, which is pretty much anything that we don't know what the voice is going to be, but mostly the bailiff.
Default Elmo.
Default Elmo, yeah.
I have two whole voices.
I love it, and you totally nail both of them. Hello, my name is Manabingu, your resident voice actor. I play the prosecution, who is sometimes very saucy. I play Iris. I play half the jury. I always forget to mention the jury, but shout out to the jury. And I am also Herlock Shows, who is a menace to society. So yeah.
Love him. Hate him, but love him.
I love hated that guy.
Oh, yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
Love him. He's stupid. He's a himbo, like me. So I guess we're the same.
And last but not least, my name is Lemur. I play Susato, the other half of the jury, the judge. I try to actively forget that I play Gina. Because it always just surprises me every time. But they won't this time because I remembered.
You did remember.
Mm-hmm. What the Gina jumpster?
Yeah, really.
And I think that's it this trial. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. You're playing the defendant.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Hairbrain.
Yeah, Maverick was trying to remind me, too. Sorry.
He knows.
My neighbors must be in their backyard. Or,
How dare they?
Leap. Who knows?
Excellent. Well, I know you asked the question, but I don't know what we decided on because I think we got sidetracked because I can't be trusted to run anything. Are we doing pre-show banter tonight? I got distracted.
I did not look anything up, so I think we should just...
Yeah, dive in.
We'll just dive in. All right. So our quick recap. Okay. So Lune asserted that he did not own the balloon Gotts saw blow up, and his balloons are perfectly safe. So they lobbied about the idea that it came from a balloon prior to the demonstration, and Gotts had a sepia photo of just before the explosion showing the balloon had no passengers. This fourth balloon rained bits down the moment the crossbow silently fired a flaming arrow at it. We think the birdcage was concealed inside the balloon, and Juror 3 backed us up by suggesting a body double took Osmond's place in the experiment. Hairbrain claimed to stab Osmond to shut us down and protect his hypothesis. Von Zieks made us pick between declaring the machine a legitimate invention or a party trick. Susato came back to remind us to protect the truth, and Von Zieks made Hairbrain reveal his engineer, and the crossbow wielder is the notorious illusionist Enoch Drebber. Hairbrain revealed that the experiment went awry from the script Drebber made him follow, and then he reluctantly let the prosecution examine the machine. The trial is on hold until everyone has more info on Drebber. Hairbrain apologized for lying to us, and Iris said she hid the postcard, so Susato would be a surprise. We are at a racism count of 11, which feels both high and low for this case.
Oh no.
The hallowed chalice count is only 2, so our alcoholic prosecutor's taking it easy this case. We only have one Susato takedown, but considering her screen time so far, that's a significant percentage.
She'll catch up. I'm sure of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
and to tally both her crimes and her ACAB moments, including our new Gina Menace count, which we don't know. It's a lot. All right. And chat says, it recently occurred to me that Gotts has a camera because in the original story, the king wanted to retrieve a photograph Irene Adler had of their affair. There we go. All these little nods to Holmes. All right. Well, the brain cell's back, so maybe we can do some investigation. But here's the thing. We are back in investigation, which means maybe we can stop by Von Zeke's office again and flirt with his hot assistant that we don't actually know what he looks like.
Manifesting.
I am going to be so upset if this man is not ridiculously hot, too, because I have spent how long thirsting over him.
Simping.
So,
The
like,
mask stays on.
exactly, you know.
Whoa.
Look, if I'm going to introduce Susato to my new mysterious boyfriend, that doesn't know he's our boyfriend, he better be fucking hot. Like, that's all I have to say. Because she has a cute girlfriend, so, like,
She does.
Wait, what happens if he is not hot then?
we'll get to that bridge when we get there. Depends on what he looks like. If he's not ridiculously hot, but he's still pretty hot, we can probably make that work. If he's not, we may need to reconsider.
Okay.
All right, 23rd of October, 2:41 p.m., Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Exactly, we got our wife back, and now we immediately want to hit on the apprentice.
Interesting.
Oh, this room. It's been too long. It hasn't changed in the slightest, though. It's been 6 months, hasn't it? That's a long time for things to stay so familiar. Girl, are you telling us that we should have cleaned?
Yes, she is, absolutely. I mean, look at the fucking desk behind us. She's going to have that cleaned up in 2.4 seconds. I didn't know when you might return, and I wanted everything to be as you'd left it. That's good answer there. Good answer.
That's certainly not the depression.
Exactly. But it has been some 6 months, it's true.
So is your father alright, Susie? What happened?
My father?
Yes, Professor Mikotoba. I mean, it was half a year ago, but that's why you went back to Japan. Because of the telegram you received saying he'd fallen ill with a very high fever for some reason. Any of this ringing a bell?
She forgot.
Poor Gore.
Sitting there going, oh shit. Oh, that's right, my dad was sick. I should have checked on him in the last 6 months.
Oh, that's right. So I was surprised to learn you'd be coming back soon. Surprised but happy.
I think I wrote about it in my letter to you, that it was all a trick. My father is in fine health. Oh, excuse me, and I'm obviously very relieved about that.
Well, we're all delighted to have you back.
It was quite by accident that I've been able to return to Europe, actually. It's because of a very grand conference called the International Forensic Science Symposium.
So you didn't come back for me?
No.
It's okay.
Damn.
I'll just go,
Not the rejection.
I don't know, fuck the hot apprentice or something. Is depression sex a thing? I need to know. The International Forensic, that's the same symposium Lord Strongheart mentioned.
Anyway, I've arrived safe and sound, and all that matters is that I'm here now. After all, I haven't yet fulfilled my promise to you, Iris.
Oh!
You must tell us everything that happened while you were back in Japan.
Oh my god. Ryunosuke, everything is exactly the same as when you were last here, Iris, including the suspicious stains that Runo won't let me inspect.
We're protecting her.
Yes, of course I shall.
And there's one other thing. What about me?
What about us?
Ah, something that you wrote in your letter that particularly grabbed my attention. About you know who. About Kazuma.
I know. I'll tell you all that I can.
All right. We have a
Let's
full
spill the
deck.
beans, sister. When I first arrived back in Japan, I really thought I'd never be allowed to return to Britain.
How pissed would you be at your dad? Like sitting there going, holy shit, I am like a semi-lawyer here in England. And my dad went, you know what would be funny as a joke? What if I
Just a
faked
little
that I was
fun
about to die?
hee ha ha.
Yeah.
For shits and gigs.
Yeah. Fun.
As good dads do.
Taking
But
dad jokes
curious.
to the extreme.
But curiously, after that awful trial at the Supreme Court, Father's mood changed entirely.
The awful trial. Oh, yeah. For the murder of Giselle Brett.
Oh, you just happened. Susie.
Oh, well, yes. Since women are forbidden in the courtroom, I had no choice.
So do you still have that outfit or
Wow, amazing! I wish I'd seen it. Don't you, Bruno?
yeah, I suppose
He does.
so.
Oh, I want to be. Oh, what's the stuff?
Are you sitting like way back from your mic or something? You keep getting really quiet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'll check my settings again in
Okay.
the next slide.
I don't think any must. Oh wait,
Oh.
that's you.
I don't think any mustache could hide the fact that you're just 10 years old, Iris.
There's something
There's-
else I've been wanting. Oh, sorry.
No,
was
you're
just-
good. I
Wow.
paused.
Sorry.
I wasn't
Yeah,
paying
that's
attention.
right.
I got distracted by something. There's something else I've been wanting to ask you, Miss Susato. Will you marry me? It's about the real reason why Professor
That was
Mikotoba
fast.
summoned you back to Japan. Look, we let her go once. If we don't marry her now, what if she goes back again? You said in your letter it was something to do with that convict's loot we found in Mr. Natsume's lodgings.
That's right. The very large dog collar we found with the bee emblem on it.
movie.
It seems Mr. Natsume included a drawing of the collar in the report he submitted about his time in Britain. Yeah, Ray-san said I look dashing in the male uniform. We can reenact Romeo v. Juliet now.
Yeah, we know who's winning that one.
Damn.
Leonosuke's getting
Um,
pegged. It's fine.
Not wrong.
I understand that when Father saw the report, he turned as white as a sheet.
Why would that be then? I keep forgetting that like we're actually talking about shit and not, just flirting. It's like, oh yeah, this is
Dick
plot.
around. Mhm. Father came to Britain himself, of course, to study. It was some time ago now, but he stayed for 6 years. I can only imagine that something must have happened during that time. But if he refuses to tell me what it was, then I intend to find answers for myself. And I've decided that I, for one, won't keep any more secrets.
Yay!
Oh, Susie.
That's a very meaningful look Susato-san's giving Iris there. Don't know what that means, but okay. Lord Strongheart mentioned something about that symposium too. I think he said that investigative authorities from 40 different countries would attend.
Yes, and from Japan, my father and Judge
Jikoku.
Jikoku have been invited.
Judge Hell.
Judge Hell. That's why I was like, doesn't Jigoku mean
Mhm. Could be written with different kanji, but I'm guessing that was the joke.
that?
It's something of an honor, I believe.
Well, Professor Mikotoba is the leading expert in forensic medicine in our country, after all. I know how to speak English. But who's the other person you mentioned? A judge, did you say?
Yes, His Excellency Judge
Seishiro.
Seishiro Jikoku. You've met him, Mr. Naruhodo. Last year in the Supreme Court. You can't possibly have forgotten.
What if we did?
I was on so much cocaine then, so probably not.
That terrible trial of yours when you were accused of murder.
Yeah, I try to think of that as a positive turning point in my life these days.
Well, it was Judge Jigoku who presided over that trial.
If I'm perfectly honest, I'd be happy never to see that man's face again in my life.
Oh, well, anyway, as father was invited to the symposium, he agreed to me returning to Britain too. He won't actually arrive until next month, but well, I couldn't wait.
Aw.
Thank you. So I pleaded with him. I pleaded with him, and in the end, he agreed to me going ahead.
Yeah, about the symposium, it seems as though Lord Strongheart has put in an awful lot of work to make it happen. It's obviously very important.
I believe it is, yes. As I understand it, Lord Strongheart organized the entire event himself. I think he's hoping that by achieving exceptional results, he'll get the job of Attorney General.
Well, maybe, or it's gonna go to whoever, like the High Attorney General's son is, but that's okay. The most senior position in the British justice system?
He's hoping to use his power to create the world's finest policing institution. That's what Father said anyway. Apparently, it's Lord Strongheart's lifelong ambition.
Does Professor Mikotoba know Lord Strongheart personally then, I wonder? Actually, Lord Strongheart gave me a long speech all about this very subject only yesterday. I was asleep through most of it, but I did sit through it. But I sort of lost the will to live early on and didn't really listen to much of it.
Susato was so appalled.
Yeah.
How trying for you.
It was like 8 hours. Giselle Brett. The woman whose unforgivable actions ended in me being wrongly accused of a crime I didn't commit. The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson. Oh, that's what that look was about. Oh, shit, I forgot. Well, Iris, you're about to have some really bad news, honey.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Giselle Brett. That's a name I won't forget for as long as I live.
The extraordinary thing is, though... Yeah, Iris, leave the room. Mommy and Daddy need to talk.
Speaking of, I'm gonna restart. Keep going.
Okay.
It seems it's a name we should all forget.
Sorry?
Since the incident, our government's intelligence services have been investigating Miss Brett. But it turns out that an Englishwoman by the name of Giselle Brett didn't actually exist.
Well, that's a plot twist. Didn't exist. But how can that be? I have a theory for this. She was actually the swan on her head. Like, it was all just part of the same thing. Like, you can't separate the two because the swan is her.
Yes.
Yes. I've got it. I've figured it out. We don't need to continue on with this conversation.
It was a pseudonym. Her real name was Sheen, and she wasn't even a visiting student either. That was a front.
A front? Who on earth was she then?
Miss A. Shin. Her name is literally all of our intelligence services have been able to ascertain about her. Nobody knows why or even how she came to be in Japan. It's a complete mystery.
But that makes no sense. It's no easy task to be accepted as a foreign student anywhere. What could the woman have been up to?
Mysteries. I'm afraid I really don't know. The only thing that we can be sure of, yeah, I think you're right, chat assassin, is that she had some business in our country that we don't yet understand.
And now she's been killed. While all the questions surrounding her existence remain unanswered.
I'm afraid so.
A. Shin. Who on earth was she? And why do I feel as though I've heard that name before somewhere?
Her first name was Assassiny.
I love it. All right, what about Kazuma?
After my friend Ray's trial,
She was more than a friend, but that's okay.
the reporter who actually killed Miss Brett said something very strange.
No, don't make me have to revoice this man. Oh my god. I'm suffering. I'm just suffering hard. I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what went on. In that visiting student's fate. Nobody here in Japan knows anything about it. They don't know that the guy never made it to England, that he died on that steamship, and that he'll never...
Obviously, I couldn't ask him to elaborate at the time. But later I visited the man in his prison cell and asked him what he was going to say about Kazuma-sama.
And what did you learn? I don't know. He ate cyanide first.
After he died on the voyage to Great Britain.
Well, this is a weird thing to start with. How are we doing after he died?
His body should have been unladen at the port of Hong Kong and passed into the care of the consulate staff there.
Should have been?
Well, it turns out that his body never arrived. What?
So you're telling me that my zombie boyfriend might be out there somewhere? There's a chance.
You're telling me that there's a chance.
You're telling me that there's a chance.
Oh, you missed so much, dude.
What did I walk into?
Apparently, Kazuma, his body was not found. So
In the
body's
ocean?
missing. That's missing. Just straight up missing.
it's a straight up missing.
Oh, shit.
So basically, I have a chance.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
Woo!
Well, yeah, he never arrived.
Maybe
It
he
just-
got bit and he's a vampire now.
There we go. There we go.
Oh my god, maybe Vampire Kazuma is the apprentice.
Exactly.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
that would be like best case scenario.
Right? He can sparkle.
There we go. Or bite me. I mean, I'll go with either.
Both at the same time.
There we go. See, perfect. We've got this figured out. We can make it work.
Oh, hooray.
What? Kazuma's body vanished?
Our government tried to cover the fact up, it seems. They erected a grave on the cliffs by our hometown. Except Kazuma-sama isn't there.
Did Professor Mikotoba know about this?
Yes, it would seem that he did. But he didn't tell me. They're still investigating what happened to Kazuma-sama's body as we speak.
I just don't believe it. And what is this acute feeling of apprehension I have all of a sudden?
This is feeling so sad.
That's called arousal, my dude. It's fine. uh,
That means you're happy that he's alive. Very happy.
exactly. Look, I don't have to hang out in his closet anymore, in theory. So,
You're already out the closet.
exactly. And chat's right. We've been already referring to the Masked Apprentice as replacement Kazuma, so this tracks. Like, what if it's like Kazuma?
What if it's just Kazuma?
What if it's just Kazuma?
Wow.
We got this.
Crazy.
If it's not Kazuma, now I'm going to be very disappointed. He's got to be like
Yeah.
extra hot then.
Right.
But if it is Kazuma, I still expect him to be hotter because I had to literally fucking investigate his murder. So,
Yeah.
that man owes me. Thinking back now, some of the things that happened on the SS Buria were definitely strange. I mean, after he died, we never saw his body again, did we? Could it be? Could it be that he's actually still alive?
And masquerading as a hot apprentice?
Exactly! Please.
We're desperate.
Stop it, Mr. Naruhodo. It's too much to bear.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Just thinking about the possibility pains me so very much. Ooh, yep. Cast your mind back for a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. When Kazuma-sama was discovered, Mr. Sholmes was there, wasn't he? And he definitely examined the body. I remember it clearly.
This is totally not relevant, but the man on the right has some very nice forearms.
I think it's very silly how his tummy is poking
I
out.
know, look, that is a crop top and I love it. That is like peak
Also-
fashion.
His tie looked like a fish.
Hmm. And he's missing eyebrows, but that's okay. You know what? He's doing great, sweetie. You're right. So, if Kazuma hadn't actually been dead at all, it would mean that Mr. Sholmes had lied to us. Is Iris still in the room?
I think she is.
Girl.
Just listening,
Mhm.
writing down things.
Oh, she's taking down notes for her fanfic.
Mm-hmm.
She's got notes on this. But there's no reason why he would possibly have done such a thing.
There's a lot of things that there's no reason why he possibly would have done something. Like, man has not ever particularly needed a reason for anything before.
He just does what he wants.
Mm-hmm. I suppose that's true, yes.
The idea that he might still be alive somewhere. It wants me to fill with hope, but I can't let it. Because if it turned out not to be true, then I'd be back at the bottom of that awful pit of despair again. Oh.
It
Oh,
would be like losing him twice.
I know.
Give her a hug.
I know.
I'm terrified of what I'm terrified of what that might do to me.
Oh,
Can't read.
Miss Susato. I know she's given the idea the thought it deserves. It's Susato-san we're talking about after all. So, I probably shouldn't push it now. We have a hot apprentice to investigate. Hey, have you seen my armband?
Oh my god.
You're still taking good care of that armband. I see. I'm so pleased.
Well, yes. It feels like I wouldn't be with me without it now, to be honest.
Oh dear, seems to be a thread coming loose just there. Look. Fucked up. I'd only be too happy to mend it for you, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, thank you. I must have scraped it against something again. I'm always doing that.
Then take better care of it, please.
Yes, ma'am.
It was all going so well until I ruined it.
No.
Oh.
All right.
I love
Is there anything else that we need to talk about? I just have fucking papers on the floor. I don't know why I've got a tea set down here, but let's talk about it.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to making you some tea again, Mr. Naruhodo.
Which you'd think I wouldn't like, given that I'm not keen on bitter flavors. But it is Susato-san's tea. And it's amazing what a little cake or something on the side can do. A kiss, a kiss, a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ah.
I would dearly love to serve you some sort of Japanese sweet alongside your matcha green tea. But I suppose that's simply not possible given how long we've been staying here in London.
What is this we? Are you telling me you didn't bring me back any souvenirs from home?
Yes.
Well,
No mochi, no dango, no.
like I get it. Those are, those can go bad quickly, but like nothing? You couldn't find anything? Well, I do
Red
like
bean.
the little chocolates you put with my tea. They go wonderfully.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, you would, wouldn't you?
That gives me a warm glow inside for some reason. Aw,
Aw.
it's fine. We're just flirting.
You have water gently boiling on the stove, I see.
It feels wrong somehow if I can't hear the water bubbling away. And we have plenty of logs. It's not like we have to worry about paying for gas.
It's important to open a window for fresh air when the fire is burning, though. You can't keep it closed just because it's cold outside. It could be a matter of life and death.
Well, you're back now, so I don't want to die anymore. Like, easy. Avoiding the freezing winter air is a matter of life and death, too, if you ask me.
Oh well, perhaps a nice cup of tea will warm you up later. Oh, excuse me.
You see? I've been keeping my desk beautifully covered in papers, as always.
You really must tidy it all up, Mr. Naruhodo. No more excuses.
But, Mr. Sato, the way I see it, all these papers building up on my desk like this are a reminder of my wonderfully diverse daily life. I like to leave them as they are, so I never forget how lucky I am to have such varied experiences.
Excuse it.
In that case, you should definitely have a thorough tidy. Then you'll be able to see all your papers building up all over again and feel that joy renewed.
What we didn't know is that Susato is the ancestor also of Marie Kondo. Still can't beat her in an argument, even though I'm the lawyer here. Well, she's kind of a lawyer too now.
Yes. Catching up
You
with
cannot
chat.
lawyer our ass.
Mhm.
Kazuma-sama's name. Oop.
She just scared the shit out of me.
Name is on the sign of 4. I bet Sholmes learned that somehow and acted on it. Our wife is the best, emphasized by clapping. Susato, I've been missing the taste of your cake. Oh, Lord.
Oh, God.
Susato, if you don't want to freeze to death, we can always cuddle for warmth.
Yes!
And Phoenix Wright and Marie Kondo confirmed distant cousins.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be about a year ago now. I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's old notes. It's about one of Harley's greatest exploits. It's called The Hound of the Baskervilles.
But then Mr. Sholmes forbade you from publishing it. And put the manuscript somewhere nobody could get their hands on it.
A high shelf.
Yeah.
So nobody knows anything about it apart from Harley and I.
Yeah, exactly.
That's boring.
Like, as a reminder, it's a 10-year-old and 2 Japanese people, so all he had to do was get a letter.
But for some reason... You knew the title of it, didn't you, Susie?
Oh, that's right!
Fuck.
Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of Baskervilles? I should love to read it.
And you wouldn't tell me how you'd come to know it.
Yes, but I made you a promise that I would explain one day, didn't I? So I think it's time.
Okay, Susato, on a sort of gauge from going to ruin her afternoon to giving her trauma for the rest of her life, where is this gonna fall?
Where are we at,
Yeah.
Susato?
Where is this one? Because I know we've got some that are probably going to give her trauma.
Susato, think about this
Yeah.
real fast.
Are you sure?
How upset are we going to make the child?
Yeah.
I'm only sorry that I've kept it from you for so long, Iris.
All
No,
right.
girl, you should truly know what happened to her dead father.
Yeah.
My what?
Yeah.
Here we go. It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris.
It came to me in a dream.
God,
A fairy whispered it into my ear.
Mhm.
It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning Father's study and I saw something on his writing desk. A large box of papers. There was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It read, "The Hound of the Baskervilles."
What?
My Baskerville story?
Well, I think we know where it's at now.
Sent it all the way to Japan
Yeah.
so no one could read it.
Yeah.
What a dick move.
I mean, smart though.
I mean, he is correct. No one is going to read it at that point. 6-week lead time.
Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time. But Father came in and...
Susato, what are you doing?
In trouble. Oh, Father.
You're grounded, Missy. No. Did you look at those papers?
He said calmly. Alright, now we're gonna...
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire, Susato? Did you do it?
Sorry, everybody.
I saw an opportunity and I took it.
That's fine. That's exactly what the joke I was setting up. So you got it. No, I simply read the label. That's all.
Well, put it out of your mind.
Sorry.
Forget that you ever saw it, and certainly don't tell anybody else about this.
And so I told everyone.
Do you understand? Or else you're grounded.
Especially not a 10-year-old girl in England.
Yeah. But what was Iris's manuscript doing in Japan?
Susato put Ryutaro Naruhodo's name in.
There we go.
She would.
I have no idea. But when I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville that day, the title just slipped out. I would never have guessed that it was an unpublished account of one Mr. Shulm's exploits.
Shit.
This seems like a really weird thing to keep from her, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain. But he refused to answer any of my questions.
So, therefore, we're going to blow up his shit.
Yeah.
In a totally not suspicious way, my dad decided to not talk about it. Sorry, my eyeball needs to be itched. And there was no sign of the big box in his office. That's really all I know about it. I've no doubt that Father was has a very good reason for being so secretive about it, but still, I made up my mind to explain myself to both of you.
Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie.
Is anyone gonna turn off that stove? Because
No.
it's been going the whole time.
We're trying to see if we can give ourselves carbon monoxide poisoning.
That's cool.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, it gets me excited.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating if you are. I've committed every detail about the case to memory. And Iris has told me about the disturbing happenings at the Waxwork Museum as well.
So, you're fully abreast of the situation already, Mrs. Sato? I had expected nothing less, to be honest. Are you snickering over our breasts? Is that what that was?
Yeah. Whoa there, buddy.
It's fine.
It's fine. We're 12 years old. It's fine.
Look at a breast. Oh,
It was very silly, in my defense.
shit.
I would think our first port of call should be, yep, okay, those were the words I was supposed to read. Should be to investigate this Mr. Drebler, the engineer responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick.
Yes, a conjurer of sorts by the sound of it, well known in the fields of science and magic.
Then we need to go and arrest him.
Well,
Oh,
yes.
thank
He must know the truth behind this case, so I agree we really do need to find the man.
It sounds like it's a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police, or a great detective.
Are we supposed to guess who she might be thinking of?
Please
We
do.
don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think.
Good idea. Well, best of luck then.
Oh, you're not coming today? She doesn't want to
I'm
be a
going-
third wheel.
I'm
Yeah.
going to Brixton Road shortly for the market. But let me know later how you two got on, won't you? And I need all the details. Very spicy details.
She's got to put it in her newest fan fiction.
Yep.
That
Give me my fodder for my fanfic.
that was a little abrupt. The pull of the herb market must be strong.
Sure.
All right.
That's what they're calling it these days.
Yes.
The herb market.
Okay, it says we don't have any business that would require a visit here at the moment. Oh, I can't go. No. How dare you? Okay. Where do we want to go? Let's see. Susato might want to see Sholmes' suite, but I don't know if Sholmes is in there. We could go see the Lord Chief Justice. We could go to the prison and, talk to our client. We could go to the stage. We could go to our wax museum girlfriend. That's all we got.
Wait, what are we supposed to be investigating? Like,
Everything.
oh fuck. Oh.
We got absolutely 0 leads.
Shit.
Love that for us.
I mean, it's not like we can miss a clue, so if there's something relevant, we will likely have to go to all of these places.
Yeah.
Let me go. I want to go to the prosecutor's office and see my hot apprentice boyfriend.
The one you can't
The
click
one I
on.
can't go to.
Lamau.
Suffering.
I guess Sholmes Suite since we're already technically here.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, 23rd of October. Sholmes' suite. There is nothing here.
Nice. All right, we're moving on.
All right, moving on.
The Wax Museum.
All right, let's go to Madame Tuspel's. 23rd of October, Madame Tuspel's.
Oh my, no wonder it's called the House of Horrors.
'Tis the
Holy
season.
Fortnite.
I'd like to turn on my heels and go straight home. Jesus. Via the confectionery.
Being scared makes you crave sweets? I can understand that.
Me too, girl.
It's okay. If you get scared, you can hold my hand.
I was looking forward to a reunion after 6 months away, but there's no sign of Mr. Sholmes anywhere.
That's strange. He should be here investigating the abduction of the waxwork. Oh well, I suppose we'll just have to
Sean's
come
doing
back
his
again
job.
later. Yeah, really. Alright, well, I mean, we can look
I
around. But
genuinely thought he was gonna be here.
yeah, I mean, we're not wrong. I do not see him. Guess we'll probably come back later.
Suspicious.
I was
Alright.
gonna be like, should we click up behind the curtain or no?
Nah.
Yeah.
She says he's not here. Alright, where else? We have the Lord Chief Justice's office, we have the prison, or we have the stage.
Page?
Alright. '23rd of October. The Great Exhibition Grounds. Foot of the Crystal Tower. It takes so long for them to type that. My daughter and a puppy!
A puppy? I had no idea there were so many people in the world.
I know what you mean. It's really packed here today.
I feel as though it's taken us 2 hours just to make our way through the crowds to this point.
Has it? I shut my brain down, so I didn't really notice, to be honest.
Not Anime Expo lines.
Yeah, really.
Gosh, I do wish I had your absence of mind sometimes, Mr. Naruhodo.
Thank you?
Annihilated.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's Gina.
There you are. I mean, yeah, she is behind.
Mhm.
There you are. I had a feeling you lot would show your mugs before long. It could be.
Nope.
Yep, that's who I. That was.
Oh, never
Great.
mind.
Oh.
Okay.
Inspector Gregson. I see you're hard at work as usual.
Warm greetings to you. I do hope you've been keeping well since we last met.
What's with all the ceremony? We just saw each other in court this morning. Sir, he's not talking to us.
Not you, Sunshine, the gentlewoman you're loyal at your side.
Oh, why? Thank you, Inspector. How good of you to notice.
He might be a bit rough around the edges, but he's still a proper English gentleman at heart, I suppose.
Damn.
As you've probably guessed, we were hoping to investigate the scene some more.
Right, well, that's the younger trainee's domain. Oi! Get over here, Gina!
And bring the dog.
Yes, bring the dog.
Puppy time.
Yes.
Gina's like, fuck you.
She seems to be busy playing with a puppy. Probably giving it a traditional East End training.
Don't know if I want to know what that means. Gina, she's a police officer now?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You haven't had that. Amazing, isn't it?
That's one way to say it.
She's a good kid, actually. That's in the right place, anyway. She got the detection bug, if you ask me.
Yeah, weirdly enough, if you get good enough at crime, you also get weirdly good at detecting it, so...
Yep, I think you're following my footsteps nicely.
What do you mean?
I'm being transferred.
What?
Time for me to say toodaloo to London.
I'm devastated.
Where? Who's gonna take you on?
Oh.
Oh,
God, who would want you?
why would they hire you? Oh no, really?
That's a bit sudden, isn't it? I had no idea. Where are
you
you,
gonna give me a bouquet of flowers?
where are you going to be posted then? We'll come to see how you're getting along.
Yeah. Not likely, but you're welcome to try. If you don't mind a trip to France, that is.
To,
My
to
God, can you imagine this man?
yeah, really. The French will eat him alive.
Oh, yeah.
To France.
I'll be working in Paris Police Prefecture. Should be right up my alley.
But France! It's an entirely different country! I don't understand, why would you be sent there?
Well, that's the way they don't roll what, Sunshine? Now don't go poking your nose where it's not wanted.
Or maybe he won't be in by the French.
Yeah.
He seems like a tough guy, you know?
He's still English, so...
Oh, true. Yes, he will be in alive then.
I'm intending to take the kid with me when I go.
Oh,
What?
Does she know that?
You're taking Gina to Paris? She'll do great.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
You will die, but she will thrive.
She will absolutely do great. Someone who used to spend summers there. Yeah. She can
Well-
go in my footsteps.
I can't leave her here in London. Who knows what'd become of her?
I suppose he's worried she'd slip back into slipping her hands into people's pockets and purses, and she'll do great in Paris.
Shit.
I don't think he's worried about her pickpocketing, Mr. Naruhodo. I think he's worried about the Reaper.
Oh, of course. So that's
Oh, yeah,
playing on
yeah.
Inspector Gregson's mind too, is it? That's kind of sweet, though.
Anyway, I haven't mentioned any of this to Gina, so don't blab in, you hear me?
You
We're gonna
haven't-
tell her.
mentioned that she's going to France.
It's called a field trip, Sunshine.
No, of course not. This feels a little bit like child abduction at this point, but okay.
Hey, what a thing to spring on somebody. Hey, by the way, I'm taking you with me to a different country. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to everything you know.
Fun,
We gotta
happy
keep-
time, everybody.
Yeah.
We gotta keep that diving diva safe and sound until this is all over, at least.
Oi, did you just call me a bloomin' diving diva again?
Hey, so you heard that, did you? Right, well, any questions about the scene, you can put them to my capable detective diva here.
I can't
Have
help
fun.
it. He's really kind of grown on me.
Alright, you heard the boss. Inspector Lestrade's in charge here now.
I suppose I'd better keep my word and not mention anything about Paris. So, Gina, you've got a new dog, have you?
Look at him, he's so cute!
So cute.
Baby!
Oh.
Isn't he great? Toby's his name. How delightful. He's absolutely adorable.
Yes, the dog does seem lovely. But it's the not so lovely Inspector Gregson that's playing on my mind, to be honest. So, how many sentences do you think we'll get through before we blurt that she's moving to Paris?
1.
Because, apparently, Ryunosuke can't keep a fucking secret.
Well, and Susato just declared she doesn't want to keep secrets anymore, so...
That's true. We should just tell Gina. Gina, we were actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again.
Yeah, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you like.
Oh, that's all right, is it?
Yeah, I got my puppy. I'm fine. I'm gonna be playing with me new friend here.
Ah, yes, Toby. He barks.
Woof. The machine that exploded must be at the top of those stairs, I presume? I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind... Sorry, you can't go up there, Suze.
Suze.
Oh? It's like I told Odo yesterday. Even I ain't allowed near that wreck. What's it called again? The reason we ain't supposed to touch it? The Special
Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act? Is that what you were thinking of?
That's the one. That's why only them lot are allowed to investigate. Investigate it. What are they called again? The forensic something?
The Forensic Investigation Team? Is that what you were thinking of?
That's the one, yeah.
Call me the Gina translator.
But isn't the case that the special dispensation has been lifted? Isn't it the case, though? I think so. I don't really get it, to be truthful with you. Same girl. You're still supposed to get permission from some bigwig or other, as far as I know. What's his name again? Lord Strange something? Jesus. Oh. I'm not quite sure that's right, Gina. I think you mean Lord Strongheart, perhaps? That's the one, yeah. Apparently, he's always watching the time or something.
So, without Lord Strongheart's express permission, we can't investigate on the stage. We'll get it later.
It was great, weren't it? I had a right laugh. It was a new one. Oh, it was a new one to me. Something. Being in court and not spending the whole time worrying about if about to be found out. Jeez, if I'm about to be found out. You did keep an awful lot of secrets in all of your previous court appearances, didn't you?
Damn.
Yeah, and Odo's made things hard for me to every single time and all.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Just doing my job, Gina.
But watching someone else get it in the neck is a lot of fun, actually. It was amazing when you showed that dodgy professor's dodgy experiment was a total fix. The dodgy professor, as you put it, I thought I was still Gina. I was like, let's keep going, I guess. Gina is Mr. Naruhodo's client.
Yes. I'm starting to wish he wasn't, though.
It's the boss I feel sorry for, sent off to do the impossible. What do you mean? Oh, he's supposed to arrest somebody. That other cove, ain't he? And in time for tomorrow and all? You know, the dodgy engineer? What's his name again? God, is this like what it's like talking to me? Like, good lord.
Mr.
Shit,
Drebber,
dude.
you mean? Enoch Drebber.
That's the one, yeah.
So the police are looking for this mysterious man with the black monocle. I mean, I guess they would be.
It's putting too much on the boss if you ask me. He says it's giving him a gut ache.
And that wouldn't be all the fried food, I'm sure.
Oh dear, but I do wonder if that isn't actually from all the fried food.
Susato and I on the same page. So, Scotland Yard are trying to track down Mr. Enoch Drebber. I wonder if they've had any luck.
He's really funny looking. Got two eyes, what don't match. Stole a glimpse of a picture of him earlier. I mean, I didn't actually pinch it or nothing. The old devil's got it.
Sorry? Who?
You know, the Scowlin' Reaper, what's always glugging down glasses of that blood-red plonk.
Do I have an excuse to visit his office now?
You might.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Von Zeeks. He's always had it in me, that cove, he's always had it in for me, that cove. Dunno what he's always scowling about, mind. Probably would have been a pretty good boss as it goes.
She'd rather be the Reaper's apprentice than a detective's trainee. The way I see it, if the choice is between a chip-guzzling detective and a chalice-glugging demigod, you're equally badly off with both.
I suppose you're right. I hadn't thought of it like that.
Glad we've put that one to bed.
Anyway, the point is, everyone at the yard's dead set on finding the fishy engineer. But there doesn't seem to be no clues to go on, so they're stuck.
There's nothing that can lead us to Drebber at all? And let's talk about your dog. Where did you find that little mutt then, Gina?
Oi, don't be so flamin' rude, Odo.
Slight overreaction, don't you think?
Don't disrespect my son, you bitch. He ain't no mutt, alright? Toby's out. How'd they put it?
He's perfect.
Oh, yeah. A bona fide detective.
Bona fide.
Sorry.
Great.
I've been talking too much as Gina. I'm not keeping up with chat. I'm so sorry, chat. I will catch up with you in a second. I've given him a proper title and everything. He's Chief Inspector Toby to you.
More senior than Inspector Gregson, is he?
Yeah, he's a dog,
Mhm.
obviously. Oh, so he's a police dog, is he?
The police recruit dogs now?
The only good kind of police. The dogs. I've heard that they're already being used officially in Germany as part of their city policing. Oh my god. Okay, mostly because I want to read the last one. So remember the last game when Gina got the whole house to plan a crime spree? She named him after Tobias Gregson. Oh my gosh. Toby, it's your responsibility to make sure Gina doesn't have ACAB moments. And finally, Ryunosuke, speaking of bone, I think I'd like to go to Madame Two Spells again.
I agree.
Oh.
Look, I didn't get to
That's
see
true.
my wax girlfriend. I didn't get to see my apprentice boyfriend. Like, my wife's back, and that's great, but also she deserves to meet new people.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They're used
sorry.
for chasing something.
I have a fairly good sense of smell myself, as it happened. Why are we... What? I can tell...
She said that they're good for chasing and smelling. And, like,
Yeah.
tracking and stuff is what I'm guessing where that went.
I don't know why we're volunteering this information, though. I can tell undergarments that have been freshly laundered from undergarments that, haven't.
Buddy, that's an inside thought. The dog is like, hell yeah, dude. That's nothing compared to this little fella, Odo.
Oh, really?
According to what the boss said. Oh, he's on the case. Once Toby hears a good whiff of your drawers, he could chase that scent to the other side of the world.
What?
Toby's my new favorite.
To the other side of the world? You mean... he can swim?
Oh my god.
He's too powerful.
Too powerful.
And our brain cell is lost again.
Mr. Naruhodo, I think you may have missed the point by rather a wide margin.
But Susato, we should get a dog. I just can't believe this little dog has such an incredible skill. Look at him.
I'm telling you, Odo, there's gonna be more. Oh my Jesus. Okay, I'm telling you, Odo, there's gonna be more and more dogs doing their bit for the police in the future.
And I support all of them.
Yes, I agree. Right, one of these days, they'll be barking orders at us lot, not the other way around.
There we go. There's our police reform.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just put together what that comment. So, in reference to, I'm assuming, Ryunosuke talking about being able to tell if undergarments had been worn or not. Sato, Naruhodo-san, I told you to keep that fact private.
That was an inside thought.
Oh dear, sorry Gina, I don't think I agree with your vision quite that much.
I do.
Oh, I know it's me. Hold on. Ugh. Well, anyway, whatever you think about that, Toby Ear is Britain's first police dog. I found him down by the East End the other day. Someone had just chucked him out into the street.
No!
Oh.
There you go. I knew she'd lifted him from somewhere. She saved him. That's her new best friend.
It's not stealing if someone wasn't taking care of him.
Right, exactly. Just adopted him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Gina, you're such a kind-hearted soul, aren't you? To children and to animals.
All right. Damn it, I still can't go to the prosecutor's office.
Wow, you wanted to skip straight through that?
Yes?
So I guess we gotta look at Strongheart.
Yeah, I think we need to get some permission.
Oh,
yo.
Well, that's a person.
New person?
All right,
Don't
23rd
tell
of
me.
October, British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office.
What if that's the apprentice?
Oh, who's that standing beside Lord Strongheart?
I wonder. I've never seen her before.
Is she hot? Oh, yep, she could step on me.
Pretty sure.
Oh my god, that fast?
Ah, the young champion of the court. God, more of me talking. The young champion of the court. You had some success this morning, I understand. And you've thrown the entire government into disarray as a result.
You're welcome.
Typical
Also,
Tuesday.
this is going to be another inside thought, but the top of his cane always makes me think of like the little lever on a toilet.
I was actually just thinking that too.
I can't unsee it. That's what it looks like. Oh, you mean because of Professor Harebrain's experiment?
Sham science being demonstrated at London's Great Exhibition. Our country's been made to look foolish, and now politicians are scrabbling to respond. Scrabble. Lord Von Zieks is in Whitehall as we speak, giving an emergency briefing.
Oh dear, I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Do you know if his apprentice is still at his office? Well, he's gone, just asking, you know, for a friend and curiosity and oh, no reason.
None of this is your responsibility. The government is entirely to blame for having been taken in.
I am instantly suspicious. No one has ever told me it's not my fault.
Yes, sis.
This man is like, he's gonna perpetrate some sort of war crime. I'm sure of it now.
The special dispensation that prevents investigation at the scene will be annulled later today. Once that happens, my forensic investigation team will move in and deal with the scrap metal in no time.
It's scrap metal now, is it? Yep, she can step on me. You want to take her, Mana?
Until later then, Lord Strongheart.
How about now?
Yes, thank you.
I had 2 lines.
Who was that, and is she single?
Shit. Oh, chat called it.
Yeah. That was Dr. Courtney Scythe, Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner. Good job, chat.
Mm-hmm.
She's leading the forensic investigation team's handling of the case. She was just delivering her report about the victim, in fact.
Oh, I see. About Mr. Assman.
Following the outcome of the trial earlier, I asked the coroner's office to reevaluate its findings. I don't have time to tell you what she concluded. If you want to know, you'll have to ask her directly.
Oh, no, that'll be such a shame. I wonder when I'll find time to do that.
You can find her at the forensics laboratory.
Right. Of course.
Now, what were you here to see me about? I can give you 7 minutes and 39 seconds of my time.
So, he's not running quite so spectacularly late anymore.
Minutes is good.
Yeah. What exactly is the forensic investigation team that you mentioned before?
The British Empire's police force must become the most exemplary in the world. For that to happen, it's imperative that we embrace forensic science and everything it has to offer. I first created the forensic investigation team a year ago now, unofficially of course, to pave the way. Goodness, a year ago? I keep accidentally touching my mic cover and it's a bad texture and the next month's at next month's symposium, I intend to present the results of their work to the world. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensics division. And once that happens, the position of Attorney General will be mine, and criminals will suffer dearly.
Why does this feel like a evil genius? You know, like this is the antagonist speech. He's just missing the white cat. What do you mean?
For too long, those scoundrels have made a mockery of our legal system with false evidence and bribes.
Therefore, we will kill them all.
But London's scum is about to be rounded up and burnt in the fires of hell.
Okay.
Nice.
I intend to see to it personally.
Okay.
I should.
By creating the finest police force the world has ever known to protect our honor and our future.
Look at those eyes. He means every word.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Scythe is an extremely reliable coroner. When I officially establish the forensic division at Scotland Yard, she'll run it as my right-hand woman.
Okay, so based on his vibes, I have a feeling she's going to be evil, but you know what? That does not make me any less horny. So...
That makes her more plausible to be
Exactly.
your girlfriend.
Exactly. Look, I've got a type. It's murderers.
Apparently.
Now then, speaking of the symposium, Miss Mikotoba. Oh, yes, my lord? Your father should be on high seas as we speak, making his way to represent the Empire of Japan. Yes, that's right. I understand that he will arrive at the beginning of next month.
Are you acquainted, Lord Strongheart? With Professor Mikotoba, I mean.
It was many years ago now, but yes. I remember Dr. Mikotoba very well.
Okay, judging by how Susato is looking at us and Strongheart is looking at us, how fucking tall are we? Is Susato just looking at our boobs and Strongheart is actually looking us at the eye? Or is Susato looking us in the eye and Strongheart is like over our head speaking to the fucking air?
He's just looking straight ahead. He can't look down.
Like a shark.
Look, I wasn't opposed to either one. We don't have much in the way of like nice pecs, but maybe we do. I don't know.
Our eyes are up here, Susato.
Yeah.
If my memory serves, it was some 15 years ago now that your father came to Britain as a visiting student. It was the year I was born, so yes, 16 years ago, in fact. Mikotoba, wow, okay, Mikotoba was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jikoku accompanied him as a young, promising judge. Excuse me? The punctiliousness?
The
Fucking
fuck is
God.
that word?
Punctiliousness? I have no idea.
The politeness of the Japanese at the time impressed us greatly. The functionality? I don't know. Fucking Not the time. That was too big of a word for Elmo.
Yeah.
Not that I wish to imply impoliteness or carelessness on your part in any way.
I didn't think that you were, but now I do.
Dr. Mikotoba studied forensics at one of London's large hospitals. St. Signers, if I'm not mistaken. Dr. Scythe was also there then, as it happens.
Oh my god, they were classmates.
And they were classmates.
Then Dr. Scythe knows my father, does she? She was a young medical assistant at the time, so I doubt their paths crossed regularly. But I've no doubt that they knew each other superficially.
I was a little, like, concerned we were going to go into, like, the whole... They might have, like, barely known each other, but they knew each other carnally. It's fine.
It's actually your mom, Susato.
Exactly.
Whoa.
That's a bit of parent lore that I don't think Susato needs right now.
No.
After all, Dr. Mikotoba was here studying his subject for some 6 years in total.
6 years? That's a long time to be studying abroad, isn't it?
I lived with my grandmother in those years.
So he left his newly born daughter behind and went overseas for 6 whole years?
Ooh.
Someone did not, like, plan that out very well.
Dad.
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Oh.
Perhaps father wanted a reason to get away.
The milk?
What do you mean? Why?
To get the milk.
Yeah.
Obviously to get the milk.
Well, clearly something was going on at the time. To be fair, I probably wouldn't want to talk about it in front of, you know, Lord Strongheart either.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about Lord Von Zeeks, actually. I heard that his older brother was killed some years ago by a mass murderer known as the Professor, who targeted nobles and royalty. Is that right?
You Japanese are a thorough lot. You've done your research well. Yes. And you could say it was that very incident that gave the rise to the Reaper.
What? Why?
When his brother, Clint Von Zeeks, was murdered. Sorry, I don't know why that was funny. It was just after young Barak. Have we decided how to say that? Barak?
I think we've been saying it Barack, but we could
Barack.
be
Barack.
Barak has graduated from the had graduated from the University of London and become a prosecutor. And the
Brock.
obvious
You're right, it's Brock.
Brock. There we go. When obvious criminals who managed to evade conviction in court started disappearing, rumors quickly spread throughout the capital. Londoners started to say that whenever Brock Von Zeeks went wherever he went, the ghost of his dead brother wasn't far behind. Ooh. Oh my word.
So, Lord Von Zeeks isn't the Reaper. It's the ghost of his dead brother?
That's cray.
Ever since that time, he became a very aloof figure in London's legal circles.
Oh, yes! Lord Strongheart.
Go ahead. You have
It's
2 minutes.
It's about Professor Harebrain's experimental machine. We'd like your permission to examine the remains, if possible.
Are you well versed in science, then?
Not in the slightest. In fact, you could say I was barely aware of the subject at all until recently.
Well, the special dispensation, I can't. Legally preventing investigation of the machine is currently being annulled. Within a few hours, Dr. Scythe's team of forensic experts will begin their own investigation. I suppose until then, there's no harm in you looking at the wreckage, as long as you touch nothing.
Thank you. Being able to look at it is better than nothing.
And I'll be able to see it too. Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me now, I'm afraid. My next engagement calls.
What are you getting married to?
We are extremely sorry to have troubled you when you were so busy, my lord. Don't apologize to him. I have important matters to attend to in preparation for the symposium. You understand.
That's ominous.
I still can't go?
He's busy.
I don't care if he's busy. All right, well, let's go chat with our new girlfriend. I guess. 23rd of October, Forensics Laboratory.
That skeleton in the back.
I believe this is it. Dr. Scythe's laboratory. That chemical smell really assaults the nose. And there's plenty to assault the eyes in here, too.
It looks as though the doctor isn't here. But we're here now, so we might as well do some sightseeing, don't you think?
What a seasoned tourist you've become, Miss Susato. We could just have a little look around. Being careful not to upset any restless souls.
Damn.
All right, take a look. See.
You see a ghost.
Yeah.
Up
Look
like
at all the
me.
bottles on the shelves in these cabinets. What an assortment of chemicals.
There's one here. There's ones here. These ones, Jesus, my brain is not functioning correctly. These ones here are labeled highly toxic. We should give them a sniff.
Ugh, that's worrying. Because there are also things that look like salt and pepper shakers in there.
Oh, yes. And they actually say salt and pepper on them. The doctor probably spends a lot of time in this room, I suppose. Perhaps she has some meals in here sometimes.
Life goes on, even when you're surrounded by death. A table and a set of sharp tools. When you consider each in isolation, it all looks quite innocent. So why is it that when you put them side by side, they seem so horribly disturbing?
It might be best not to ponder it too deeply. Chat wants to know how rude it would be to make love on the laboratory table before Scythe arrives.
The only problem I have with that is that looks like blood still on the table, and I don't know that we want to get into that. Like,
Ew.
that's how you get diseases.
That is how you get diseases. Seeing the large tome that's open on the desk does make me wonder, though. How can anybody concentrate on bookwork with this acrid odor of chemicals in the air?
You'd either have to have a cast iron constitution or a really terrible sense of smell. Those large jars seem to have pale things floating around inside them. I suppose they're fruit liqueurs or something. Or like the pickled umeboshi plums we make back home.
Father had jars just like that in his laboratory as well. I expect they're human organs in a preserving solution, probably as examples of some rare medical condition.
Miss Susato, there's some things in the world that it's perfectly fine never to know about. Ever.
Shit.
Oh,
So as I said, I'm sure they're fruit liqueurs or umeboshi. Aren't they?
of course.
Shit, not the denial.
This is the
100%.
lab where they reanimated Kazuma's corpse into a zombie.
There we go.
It's a pretty sweet lab.
Mhm.
I suppose this is Dr. Scythe's desk.
Ugh, I would not like to work in a place like this.
It's very tidy, though, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Imagine how efficiently she must work.
The lighting is poor, which is bad for the eyes, and the chemical smell can't be good for you. Not to mention the skeleton watching over you as you work, which is definitely bad for the nerves.
Well, yes. Those are valid concerns, I suppose.
I can just about cope with a one-eyed Daruma doll watching over me, but that's all. I have like 3 things about this room that make me go, what the fuck? The first one is the skull in the jar. Why the fuck is it in a jar? The second is the birds. Oh, I can actually look at the birds.
It looks like an owl and a crow up there.
I know. They haven't even twitched since we came in here.
Well, no, they wouldn't have. They're taxidermy mounts, Mr. Naruhodo.
Ugh. I was afraid you were going to say that. I've been trying very hard to tell myself they're just sleeping with their eyes open.
Yes, I think perhaps you were wise to put something like that, like your Daruma doll, on display in the office instead.
Let him play with his dollies, okay?
Well, look at this. What a magnificent display case. The cherry wood has been polished to a high sheen, and the intricate carving is a joy to behold. Western cabinet makers really are very skilled, aren't they?
Do you have nothing to say about the skeleton inside, Mr. Naruhodo?
Miss Susato? Can't you tell that I'm trying very hard to avoid talking about the terrifying contents of the case? It's how I cope!
I'll be sure to remember that from now on.
Look, they're not good coping mechanisms, but there are coping mechanisms. Alright, what am I
If it is
missing?
Clint Von Zeke's skeleton, that'd be cray-cray.
I don't see anything else to look at in here.
The drawer?
No,
Wait,
they don't light up.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
She says we need to spend more time investigating in here. What am I missing?
Well, when you try to click on the drawers down there, they kind of turned light blue.
I mean, nothing particular of note.
No, by her desk. The bottom.
These ones?
Mm-hmm.
The checkmark means that we've already gone through the dialogue.
Oh, never mind, no.
And present our armband to the skeleton.
There we go.
Sure, why not? Maybe it'll talk to us. The teal box on the floor?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would say once we finish up in here, it might be a good place to call it for the evening.
Yep. I know, I was hoping that it would be very easy to figure out what the fuck else I need to look at in here.
Can you move the camera?
No.
Okay.
Thought about that one too.
Yeah, I was going for the low-hanging fruit, the obvious choices.
Yeah. Aha, found it.
Ah.
Look at this big thick book here.
Ah, it appears to be an accounting ledger. It's a record of forensic investigation, the forensic investigation team spending, I think. Oh.
What is it?
It's clear the team purchases various equipment and supplies on a monthly basis. But, well, one entry seems rather strange.
Really? In what way?
They're buying 500 scalpels every month.
500? They must be working really hard on dissecting corpses.
Gotta keep those things sharp.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Judicial autopsies are only carried out in certain special circumstances. And scalpel blades can be sharpened, too.
It does seem a bit strange, you're right. 500 scalpels a month. What could they possibly be using all of them for?
I don't know if that's for us to know. Well, I guess we will. But
I
yeah.
assume we will know.
What are you doing?
Sorry.
Oh, it's smoke.
We had something we wanted to ask you, but you weren't here, so...
So, you thought you'd snoop around. That's
Yeah.
acceptable to you people from the East, is it?
Oof.
Alright, well, we're already on this.
Well, what do you want?
Lord Strongheart told us, you see, that it was you who examined the victim's body. Mr. Asman's body, I mean.
So we came to ask about your findings. On Lord Strongheart's advice.
Very well. If the Lord Chief Justice has given his consent, I'll tell you what our investigation revealed. But when we're done, you must leave immediately.
Okay.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So, you want to know what the forensic investigation team determined from its examination of the scene? The victim, Mr. O.D. Osman, who disappeared from the experimentation stage amid an explosion, and then Mr. Asman, who appeared moments later partway up the Crystal Tower, were without question one and the same person. That is the team's conclusion.
But that can't be right.
If it was an elaborate trick, we can
Never
only
know.
speculate about how it was carried out.
Let's see. If two people who looked very similar to each other were involved, they could have made it appear as if one single person had switched places, couldn't they?
Very true. But sadly, in this instance, that was not the case. The man who disappeared and the man who subsequently reappeared was the same person. The fingerprints at the scene make that quite evident.
Fingerprints?
They're not yet officially recognized as forensic evidence in the British justice system. But one day, they will be used as an investigative aid, as a matter of course.
Oh my, but that would mean that the instantaneous kinesis actually took place. So where does that leave us?
My team was tasked with investigating, not drawing conclusions.
Instantaneous kinesis is impossible, and yet the body did move from one place to the other. This hasn't cleared anything up at all. It's made the whole thing even more of a mystery. Yeah, that was my thought, chat. How old are those fingerprints?
Mhm.
Well, the mask stays on during sex.
Mama, what is this?
Where did she spring from? Okay, that is apparently not the same person.
Oh, okay.
And did she just call the doctor Mama?
Don't tell me this is our mysterious apprentice.
There we go.
Ah!
This is a lawyer, dear.
Oh?
Hello? To meet you. Pleased to meet you.
Oh, shit,
Yes.
we're already flustered.
I'm a defense lawyer.
Mama.
Yes.
I fucking love that mask. That's rad as hell.
Mhm.
Can I cut this one up?
there,
Excuse me?
Girl, I could probably be convinced to do kinky stuff, but you gotta at least take me out to dinner before you start trying to cut me up. What?
Maverick?
Oh no.
I've never. Oh my god! I've never seen inside an Eastern person before. I want to know what it looks like. Maverick, can we not?
Oh!
Of course you can't. It's a live specimen, as you can very well see.
Maverick. Boring.
You're right, chat.
I think I just had a near-death experience.
Oh dear, Mr. Naruhodo, you're as pale as a corpse.
Then let's leave before I'm mistaken for one.
Shit.
All right, I think it's time to go.
Yeah, we're not safe in this room.
We're gonna go back to the office for a good place to end. All right, so we will end here for tonight. Next stream is Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. Anyone got any announcements?
This weekend I will be a part of Umetopia's virtual Idol Fest, actually. So I will be tweeting that out, so you can find the information there. But I am extremely excited to finally share this. I've been holding it in. NDA is finally cleared. But yes, I am allowed to share that information. I sang Fumetsu no Inferno from Utano Prinsawa. So it's a song sung by 7 people, and I'm very proud of myself because I did 7 different voices. You should check it out. Anyway, yippee!
Yay!
That's it for me.
All right. So we will be back on Thursday. Oh, did you have something else, Lemur?
No, I just said very cool.
Cool. All right. Back on Thursday. As a reminder, we do have the YouTube channel. If you missed anything or you want to take a look at our past stuff, feel free to like, subscribe, hit the bell. I need to watch more YouTube videos. I never remember what they say.
Mash that like button.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, follow us. I don't know, tweet us. What was it on MySpace? Connect with us? I don't remember.
It's been, I don't know.
It's been 800
The
years.
MySpace.
It's been 64 years. It's been 84 years.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, so thanks for hanging out. We'll be back on Thursday. Have a good night, all. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.